Live from the Swomobile. Real quick, man. This weekend, well, alright, Saturday night. If you saw my video on a feeder workout where I did it real early, it was still sunny and bright. We ended up going to a bar, and something interesting happened. A girl that I've known for 10 years, she got married to some guy who's about 17 years younger than her. And he drank a few, I guess. He come up to me with her, and she's like, hey, I want to introduce you to Jason. So we meet each other, whatever. And I'm talking to her, just, hey, blah, 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 everything's going. And he takes both of his hands, like, puts them around my arm. And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And he's like, Jesus Christ, oh my God. And I'm like, okay. And he was like, dude, your arms are fucking huge. And I was like, well, man, I appreciate it. I work a lot on my arms. And he said, I got a question to ask. And I'm like, if he's going to ask me to bang his old lady while he watches, my girlfriend's going to punch him. But that's not what he said. But it was a little weird. He was a little too into what I had going on. And I was like, okay, what's what? And he's like, can we arm wrestle? I'm like, yeah. And the reason why I know this is he told me, dude weighed 175 pounds, and I'm 280, probably. So we sit at a table in the bar. Of course, nobody's watching. And I'm thinking the dude's probably an arm wrestling champion. Usually it's the real skinny guys that kick everybody's ass. And so we lock arms, and he, puts his other hand like underneath my elbow, and he's like, here, you gotta put your hand underneath my elbow. I'm like, whatever. So we did all that shit, and so I let him count, and I figured he was gonna go like fast. So I pretty much locked my arm, and when he said go, I took his arm straight down, and so he locked his wrist. Now, this is a friend of mine's husband. So typically, when somebody locks the wrist when I arm wrestle, I take my wrist and I do this. And especially, I work my forearms out every time I work my arms out. So that's a pretty fucking strong forearms. But that fucks them up. It hurts them. So instead, I just kept applying more pressure and applying more pressure and applying more pressure. And his wrist unlocked, and, that was it. And then he goes, oh my God, you know how when you lock your wrist, nobody can bend it? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I locked my wrist, and motherfucker, you just made it fucking unlock and whatever. And it was just crazy. So after that, he decided to tell me, he was like, well, what's your weakest point? Your legs? And I was like, no, I leg press a bunch. And so he was like, what's your weakest point? And I was like, my shoulder. I was like, fucking shoulder hurts. He's like, I could punch you in your shoulder and destroy you. And I was like, you punch me in the shoulder, goddammit, I will pick you up and throw you into the ceiling fan. And so they ended up kind of going away or whatever. Well, he come back later, and he was like, man, I've been thinking about your shoulder problem. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? Here's how you fix it, man. You grab you a 50-pound dumbbell, and you just curl it. I'm fixing my shoulder problem by curling 50 pounds? Yeah, man, you gotta do that shit. And then, in about a week or two, you pick up a 100-pound dumbbell, and you just curl it. I'm like, okay, yeah, shit, fuck yeah, man, I see where you're coming. And he was like, and then about 2-3 weeks after that, when that gets easy, pick up a 150-pound dumbbell, man, just curl it. I'm like, okay. This guy isn't from this planet. And he's like, when you get to 200 pounds, you'll be fine. I'm like, yeah, I can curl 200 pounds, dude. Ain't nobody gonna be fine. But anyways, that's what happened this weekend. Didn't go do anything. Sunday, slept my ass off all day. Ate carbs like fucking nuts. And So anyway, my arms are full of shit right now, and my skin feels like it's ripping. So I'm gonna get in here and bust out some legs. Today's leg day, and I'll give you all an update on my bigger brother day. Later.